Casey. Now, before we ask the question, let's go to the Bible. So let's read John 17:3, and let's see how we can apply it to ourselves. Why don't you go ahead and read that?
It says, "This means everlasting life. They're coming to know you, the only true God, and the one whom you sent, Jesus Christ."
Now, with having that scripture in mind, let's ask the first question, okay? And how can we begin to draw close to God?
By getting to know Jehovah and Jesus?
Right. Now, is it just knowing like simple facts about them, like their name?
No.
Right? Like an example, let's say that you meet someone for the first time. Could you consider that person to be your very best friend?
Well, you just met someone and you don't really know anything about them.
Exactly. So this verse is emphasizing that a person must come to know the Father and the Son very intimately, forming a very close bond with them. And how do you think we can do that?
By studying the Bible and attending meetings.
Very good. Now, when we think about the scripture, let's ask the second part of the question, which is, um, what is the benefit of drawing close to God?
The Bible says everlasting life.
What does everlasting life mean to you?
Not getting sick, old, or die. I especially think of paradise, seeing the resurrected ones.
I look forward to those things too. And between you and me, not growing old is a big plus for me. But let's talk about living forever for a minute. Imagine you turning 100, 1,000, 10,000. Imagine when you turn 1 million years old. Imagine your age being a 1 followed by 100 zeros. That is just a little slice of forever. And that is what Jehovah has promised each and every one of us. Now, do we want to be Jehovah's friend just because of paradise and living forever?
No, because we love him.
Exactly. And that only happens when we get to know who he really is. We know his personality, we get to know his qualities, and love. Love becomes a motivating factor for everything we do in life. And it's actually why we even live for that relationship that we have with Jehovah God. Now, before I ask the B part of the question, I want you to take a look at those qualities that we read. Now, do you understand what each and every one of those qualities mean?
Yes. Well, not sure about loyal love. What would be the difference between that and loyal and compassionate?
Well, let's talk first about loyalty. Okay, loyalty is when someone shows faithfulness and devotion to someone. For example, we are loyal to our mates, to our brothers in the congregation, and most importantly to God. But see, loyal love is very different. In the Bible, it shows that loyal love can exist between two humans, but it is often used in connection the way God feels about us, His love for humans, not the other way around. Loyal love is so hard to define because it involves commitment, which is when you stick to your word and you follow through on a promise. It involves integrity and also a deep attachment. But you see, Casey, loyal love is not just a feeling. It is shown through action. And Jehovah, one way that he does this is one of the many ways he demonstrates loyal love is through his acts of deliverance. And we saw a very good example of that this past summer, right? Remember the Hezekiah drama?
Yes, Jehovah sent one angel and destroyed the Assyrian army and rescued the people.
Exactly. And now when we think of compassion, the feelings of tenderness and like a deep feeling come to our mind. It actually goes hand in hand with a quality. It's actually called empathy. Empathy is when you feel somebody else's pain in your heart. So when we suffer, Jehovah's heart is touched, and that is what moves him to show compassion to us and relieve us from our suffering, okay? And to put an example, think of a mother, of what the way the mother is with her baby, right? The way she cares for the baby's needs, the way, the baby cries and she's always there. That feeling, that way, that's Jehovah. But actually, Jehovah's compassion is far more grander and it goes far beyond any human mother, okay? Now that you have an understanding of what these qualities mean, I want to ask you the big question, okay, which is, what qualities of God are most appealing to you?
Well, I like them all. It's hard to choose, but if I have to, I would say ready to forgive and love.
I like those two, but I'm going to ask you, why did you pick them?
Because he's quick to forgive us and he knows that we're not perfect, but he still loves us and gives us many chances to make changes. I picked loyal love because he doesn't just love us, but he is loyal to us no matter what, and he shows it by action.
You know, I'm very happy you shared your thoughts with me. Look how much we've been able to get from one paragraph. Now, if you could summarize what you've learned, what would you say?
In order to draw close to God, we need to keep learning about Him and His Son. The benefit is everlasting life. But that is not why we love Jehovah. We love Him when we get to know who He really is.
You know, I'm not embarrassed to say this, but you've made your mama proud. Okay. So now a lot of folks think that it is very difficult to draw close to God because we can't see Him. So let's see if that should make a difference or not. I'll go ahead and read the next paragraph.